Everyone told you that retiring meant finally living the good life. But what if the good life means selling the house you raised your family in and moving into something that feels suspiciously like a starter home? The idea of downsizing sounds smart on paper, but for millions of retirees, it feels less like a financial strategy and more like a quiet surrender. Here's the thing, housing costs have exploded so aggressively that the average American over 65 is sitting on what might be their single greatest asset, and the pressure to unlock that equity is coming from every financial advisor, YouTube channel, and well-meaning adult child within a 50-mile radius. We're talking about a generation holding trillions of dollars in home equity, while simultaneously worrying about outliving their savings, and that tension is very, very real. The catalyst here isn't just inflation or interest rates. It's a perfect storm of rising property taxes, maintenance costs that compound with age, and a healthcare system that will cheerfully drain your retirement account if you let it. Think of your home like a beautiful, beloved car that's become too expensive to insure, too heavy to steer, and too big for the garage you actually need right now. Not long ago, the conventional wisdom was hold your home, pass it to your kids, build generational wealth, and that narrative had real momentum. But somewhere between a global pandemic reshaping, where people live, and interest rates climbing to levels not seen since the 1980s, that confident headline started to look a little shaky. The emotional weight of this decision is genuinely underestimated. Psychologists call it place attachment, and it's the reason grown adults cry in empty kitchens before a closing. But financial planners will remind you, gently and then less gently, that nostalgia doesn't pay for prescriptions or long-term care. History gives us a fascinating mirror. Here look at the Japanese asset bubble of the late 1980s and early 90s, where homeowners clung to properties assuming prices would recover, and many waited decades that never delivered. Every generation believes the real estate moment is different, and every generation is partially right and mostly wrong at the same time. Downsizing fits neatly into a well-documented life cycle pattern, where asset accumulation shifts into asset optimization. We build, then we harvest, and the timing of that harvest matters enormously. Online retirement communities are full of people who swear that selling at 62 was the best decision they ever made, and equally full of people who sold at 62 and spent the next decade quietly regretting it. Let's kill a misconception right now. Downsizing does not automatically mean you'll pocket a fortune and live like royalty in a condo with a pool. Transaction costs, capital gains exposure depending on your situation, moving expenses, and the very real cost of furnishing a new space can eat $30,000 to $50,000 of that equity before you've unpacked a single box. The practical lesson history keeps teaching us is that the retirees who navigate this best treat the decision like a portfolio rebalance. They run the actual numbers, stress test the scenarios, and don't let emotional attachment or family guilt drive a choice worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Moderate, calculated action beats both paralysis and impulsive action every single time, and your position size in real estate, meaning how much of your net worth is locked in one illiquid asset, deserves the same discipline you'd give any investment. Discipline and process matter more here than conviction. And the retirees who come out ahead are rarely the ones who are most certain, they're the ones who are most prepared. The size of the home matters far less than the clarity of the plan behind the move. There's something almost poetic about the idea that the house which once represented your arrival, your success, your stability, might one day represent your freedom if you let it. Holding on too tightly to a symbol can cost you the substance of what that symbol was always meant to provide. The irony is delicious and a little brutal. You spent 30 years paying off a home so you'd have security in retirement, and now the most financially secure move might be to sell that home and walk away. The asset that was supposed to serve you in old age sometimes ends up being the thing you're serving instead. So whether you downsize, right-size, relocate, or hold firm in the house where you know every creaky floorboard, what matters is that the decision comes from a spreadsheet and a conversation, not from fear or inertia. Comfort with any outcome starts with honest preparation. And honest preparation starts right now. If you're wrestling with this decision and want a real framework, not just vibes and generic advice, we can help you think through it from every angle. Check out our links in the description below to get started. Whether you're exploring real estate investing, need home contracting work, or want to connect with trusted lenders who understand where you are in life,